we in and how you?
If we live, we should.
Are they kicking the field goal?
We live, y'all.
Oh.
I don't think it popped up all the way yet.
It ain't popped up on my phone yet.
It ain't. It say meeting is now streaming live on Facebook.
We good.
Oh, there we go. All right, hey y'all. Uh-oh.
Hey.
We back again. Two of our hosts are out this week, Kenny and Tania, but we will see Kenny again next week, and then we'll see Tania again, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. We got Ebony Dawson, we got myself, Ebony D, Ebony J. We got Liz, and we are welcoming back Wesley. Wesley, he is back and better than ever. We had to choir boy him for a while. No, I'm just playing, but he back.
Due to my absence, I was in Africa, just finding myself. Now I'm back, better than ever.
That nigga ain't went to no Africa. Anyway, what we talking about tonight is basically you get with somebody and they have been married and now they're divorced and they don't want to marry again. So we're gonna talk about that. Like, would you stay? Is that a deal breaker? So what's y'all thoughts on that? Have y'all ever been in that situation? But before we get into that, we want to do our current events, trending topics. So the first thing up, we all know Larry King passed away. He's a staple in all Black households, so rest in peace to Larry King. Liz, who was the baseball player?
Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron was probably the most one of the best baseball players of all time. But to us, he's an icon, legend, who one of the first players to ever play in Major League Baseball, where he actually broke records. And back then, back in the 50s and 60s, when you played baseball, it was predominantly a white man sport. But guys like Jackie Robinson, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays have made it to where, you know, young Black boys want to be like them, not only on the field, but off the field, where they went through a lot. And for Hank Aaron, he played in the league, like I said, predominantly white, where some of his teammates called them niggers, probably coaches called them niggers and stuff like that, but just fans. And I remember he did an interview where he talked about how he used to be at games and people in the stands called him niggas and stuff, but he was so good that they had to love him. So just imagine you had so much hate in your heart and you see a player that just kicking ass out there, hitting 40 home runs per season, and you love him as a baseball player, but don't love him as a Black man. And that's where he went through. You know, he said he was never scared. He said he never gave that hate back. It motivated him to be better. He became one of the best baseball players of all time. I think he had the home run record for a long time. I think before Mark McGwire. And in my eyes, it still is Hank Aaron, because Hank Aaron never cheated the game. Mark McGwire cheated when he took steroids and stuff like that. So I still think Hank Aaron is probably the best baseball player of all time, but then a civil rights activist. He really did a lot for Black people, and not just his voice. He never showed frustration, or he was never scared. He just went out there and played the game, and being the person that he is. And that's how most Black people is. We get hated on all the time by most, but you never see us like responding back with the hatred. We always let it motivate us, and you know, once it motivates us, it elevate us to this stance where we are better people, and that's what makes us so even more hated, because we ain't spewing the shit back. But Hank Aaron was a legend. We can get into all the stats and stuff, but I was going to wait to talk about him next month for Black History Month, but I had to do it now because he died so suddenly. Well, he didn't die so suddenly. He had COVID recently, and then he said last week he felt good, but then he ended up dying. So No, he was 87 years old, but he was a great guy, and he one of my heroes. So salute to Hank Aaron.
All right, so rest in peace to Hank Aaron also. Let's talk about, I know y'all don't want to talk about it, but the Ashanti versus Keisha Cole versus, it was whack. I saw this shit like, what the hell? Keisha Cole voice was just off. She was agitated. I couldn't even watch the whole thing. Like, are you serious? We waited weeks for this.
Frankie.
The people said she was off. She was off the pot of donuts is why she couldn't get there on time, and the reason why she was agitated. But you ain't heard Frankie. That from me. The people said she acting like a mammy. And as we know,
I didn't watch it.
I watched a little bit of it.
They could have all that anticipation. They could have did something better than what they did, man. It was just a waste of time, basically.
Yeah, it was whack. It was whack. I had expected them to come harder than that. So,
but being postponed and everything, thought it was gonna be, A1. Right.
They look good though. I'll say they did look good. So who y'all was rooting for? Ashanti or Keisha Cole?
Oh.
Go ahead, Johnson.
I don't know. I like Ashanti. I like both of them. So I ain't really have a choice.
I used to have a crush on Ashanti, so I was going with Ashanti.
They both beautiful women. Personality wise is a no for me, and like the music, they made some great music, but Ashanti haven't made great music. And I remember she was out when I was in high school, so I've been out of high school almost 20 years, and like the last great song from her was probably 05, 06, I'm not for sure. Keisha Cole was kind of fairly new. That's why I didn't like the matchup, because Keisha Cole came out in the late 2000s, but at the same time, like I think she had better records. Not better records, but she had recent records than Ashanti. It was just a weird matchup, but lately I ain't been feeling like verses. They got to come with something new. They got to come with some power to keep me. I was thinking about like Tony Braxton and Mary J. Blige or something like that. Or
that'd be dope.
The Isley Brothers versus like a Frankie Beverly and Maze, or like the Gap Band and Charlie Wilson, something like that. Like that's what I mean. You got to go further for the verses for me. You got to go back. You got to get deep up in there. Or for a great night, you do Jay-Z versus Beyonce. And then what I don't like about the verses, everybody be thinking it's like beef and shit. Nah, I'm on to hear the good music. You know what I'm saying? Like they be, oh man, they winning this bad round, they winning that. Nah, music is music. I like both of them. So.
I heard. Oh, go ahead.
Go.
I heard they was entertaining this versus. I don't know how true it is, but it'd be dumb if they did it. Lil Flip versus T.I.
I seen that on Facebook today. Nah. Flip only got like 2 songs.
Right.
And he got beat up by T.I. I'm confused.
Right.
Game over. Keisha Cole had a lot of hits, but when I was younger listening to it, I was more into Ashanti. I like Ashanti music more because it had a bop to it. It wasn't so, I don't know, bust your windows out. She was really in love. I like Ashanti music.
You gotta think about it. Ashanti had all her hits came from like features though. Fat Joe, Ja Rule, R. Kelly. Keisha Cole basically, she had a couple features, but I think Ashanti had more features, hits.
She banged though.
Yeah, she did.
And last but not least, we know that as Trump was putting his clothes in the bag and leaving the White House, he said, let me show you all this. He pulled out his pistol and let all the black folks out of jail, and a couple of the light skins too. He let out Kodak Black, Lil Wayne, and last but not least, my man's Kwame. And let me tell y'all something. I've been waiting for this. I've been windmilling since he got out of jail on Facebook. Everybody, he was this, and he had that. I'm not gonna call her a stripper. Her name is Tamara Green. He had her murdered, and he should have did that time, and he made black people look bad. Let me tell y'all something. Ain't no way nobody should get no 28 years if you ain't killed nobody. They want to say he did kill somebody. It was not proven.
That wasn't part of it.
That wasn't part of it. And here's the thing. If he has something to do with that, the higher power that we all serve, or if you believe in God, he gonna get dealt with. We can't try to try him down here. You want to try him in the media. Right. He was not charged for that murder. And let's be clear. It was very unfortunate, but she was in that lifestyle and she was dating a drug dealer. I don't know how it went down because none of us were there, but we want to try him for it. Like, why do we hate him so much? Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, we just be ready to get on our soapbox about our black men. Like, why we ain't ride for them? And the same people who hate Kwame, go ask their close people in their life what they think about them. It'd be probably the same story. Like, we just be too hard to judge. You going hard on Kwame, but you don't check your son. Kwame ruined the black neighborhood? Are you serious? Your son out there having all them babies and can't feed them, he ain't do it. Kwame did it. And let's be clear, Coleman Young didn't go to jail, but I worked in Detroit. A lot of his homies went to jail and they rolled for him and didn't snitch and they got out. So this ain't the first time some higher ups that went to prison. Y'all just want to go hard on Kwame because he didn't go in jail with his head bowed and his tail between his legs. It's like y'all wanted to break him. If he was broken down, y'all would appreciate that more. Like, why do we hate strong black men who, I don't know. I'm just pissed about it. I'm glad he out. I hope he come out and shat on everybody and get his shit together and make moves again. Like, he's from our hometown. Like, how y'all mad? That's my piece. I ain't gonna go no further because I can windmill all night about this. And I said what I said, and I ain't arguing with another soul. It's a bunch of Kim Worthies who hate Kwame anyway. Give me bitter vibes. Well, go ahead.
Somebody else want to go before me, or
go ahead.
I kind of like your perspective on where you were saying that you can't blame Kwame destroying our community on him. It's some of these women, kids out here fucking the city up, which is true. I just don't. I never believed in our justice system because even though Kwame did wrong, everybody deserves a second chance. But like, they hated this man ever since he got in. Mind you, he was young when he got in office. He was one of the youngest mayors in the country. They don't see when you see leadership that doesn't roll like everybody else roll. He wore a suit, big earring. He had swag. It bothers some people. He did wrong. I think the 7 years he served is enough because he out of jail. He didn't get a pardon. He got a sentence commuted. And the thing about that is he still has to pay almost $5 million retribution to the city of Detroit. Restitution, sorry. That's a lot of money. So he out of jail, but he ain't free.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to sentence him to 28 years. I seen murderers get off, then get 28 years. Voluntary manslaughter. Like some of these federal laws, and the thing about it was the outside, cities that hated him so bad because what he did for the city. He helped the city a lot, but he hurt the city in some ways. And it's criminals everywhere. Politicians are politicians. It's criminals and politicians too. And when I seen Trump, while he was in office, getting his homeboys and them off, it just reminded me of they gonna stick up for each other regardless. You know what I'm saying? And we need to start doing that more. Yeah, he made a mistake, but God can judge him. Give him another chance. Right. Maybe he don't want to be in the politics. Kwame got it made to where he can really ride his own lane with radio shows, the internet is popping, all that stuff is popping where it wasn't popping when he was in the office and when he went to jail. Mm-hmm. He's a bigger person than most. To me, in politics at the time when he went to jail, it was like, I remember the Democratic National Convention, I think it was 2004 when Obama gave that speech. The second best speech of that night was from Kwame Kilpatrick. Like, he had a vision, but, he looked out for people that he probably should have never looked out for because they all turned on him. The crazy part is, it was mostly that people like him that turned on him. The ones that was willing to help, they only can help but so much, like Peter Carmanos and some of these other like big time CEOs of companies and stuff. They love Kwame, and like we got to stop thinking that one person did something bad, let's cancel them. Like
Right.
everybody has a different view on life, and the cancel culture has hurt pretty much a lot of people because you don't agree with what I agree with. Like let that man live. Like he did 7 years, he was commuted, unfortunately, by a white man. When most black people probably say he should have did the whole 28. So
That's what they say.
like I'm happy he out. He get to be with his kids. You know, I do find it funny that he stayed in Atlanta with his mama and Christine Beatty stayed in Atlanta too. But they ain't gonna, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and let them live. But
You gonna
that's
slide?
all I got on it.
You gonna
Slide in the
slide?
DM. She gonna slide in the DMs like, hey, big head. Like, bitch, gone. Where was you 7 years for all these 7 years?
I think she back with her husband. They say.
Wow.
Oh, he ain't happy. That nigga out. Kwame out. So he gonna hit the DMs like, what up, dog?
Now he gonna slide.
You gonna slide in them DMs for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in there 7 years. You didn't come see me, but shit, you can make it for old times with a quick 30.
And like Greg said, Greg in the comments when y'all go in, he said it's mostly the older people. That's why like they all giving me Kim Worthy vibes. Like he was a young man put in a position of power. It was a lot of pressure. And my problem is like, okay, these older people, you done your dirt, you know killers. And the only difference is you wasn't important enough for your stuff to be public. That ain't no shade, but it's the truth. Nobody cared. But because he Kwame, I think that they didn't like his arrogance. They wanted him to just fold.
They wanted to make an example out of him.
Yeah, and our own people too. Like, why do you want him to be? Why do? And this is older women. If a man is too proud, they want to see him broken. Like, why do we want to see him broken? You hear a lot of people be like, well, if he wasn't so, his ego wasn't so big, he might not have got all that time. Why do you want him to look like a broken man in the public? I don't get it. I said what I said about it, and I'm happy he home. God is good.
Right.
So, Wes, any thoughts? Go, Kwame. I should have put on my Dexter shirt. That's what I should have put on.
You should. I ain't got no thoughts. Hey, who are Marinado? Rick Snyder, right?
Nah,
It ain't.
what's the
No, what's his name?
my,
That's well, you don't see he don't be on TV, but
somebody tell us.
what's the mayor name, y'all? In the comments, tell us.
Mike Duggan.
Mike
Mike
Duggan. Where you get Rick Snyder from?
He governor. He was the governor, wasn't he? We don't, y'all.
Nah, like look, Mike Duggan did some questionable stuff too. I just find it hard that Kim Worthy don't be down his ass like she was all over Kwame.
Right.
You can make a career. You can make a career by destroying your own, but you can't make a career by destroying the ops.
Exactly. She bitter though. She mad Kwame ain't sliding her DM.
They said she was cold back in the day. I'm trying to figure out how long back in the day because
it was really short.
Every time I see her, she was like Nell Carter. Rest in peace.
She always look ashy to me.
Not Nell Carter.
But yeah, so that's the current events. Again, y'all got any topics? Y'all got any stories y'all want to tell? Email the page, send it to us, give us some topics, give us some tea, because I definitely spill it for y'all. But shut up, Les. So let's get into this topic. You find Bay, you fall in love with Bay, and Bay say, hey, I didn't been married before and I don't want to do this again. You might try to take my $20,000 in my 401k and all my money in my pocket, and I just got too much to lose. So let's just be boyfriend and girlfriend. I love you. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that? Could you be with somebody who's been divorced and they don't want to marry again?
But see, that's a topic that you should discuss at the beginning. Like, don't wait until you fall in love to ask those questions. And now you like, what should I do?
Well, honestly, before I got married or whatnot, even way before I got married, I said I'm gonna try it. If it don't work, I'm good with it. So now I'm going to a divorce, and I still feel the same way. I just don't feel like. I mean, unless somebody come knock me off my feet, but I don't see that happening. So I still stand to what I said. Like I'm straight on getting married again.
So you ain't never gonna.
And that's
Why you laughing? A man can be swept off his feet too.
Yeah.
and that's
Okay.
I've dated, and that's what you encounter a lot with certain people. You get the divorced people who actually know where they went wrong and they're willing to try it again, or you get those ones like how Wes said, it's just done. I'm not even about to do it again.
I don't think I got the energy in me to do it again.
Right,
Try it again.
right, exactly. So that conversation got to be had in the beginning. I don't think I don't think I could do it.
Hmm?
I don't think I could be with someone who doesn't want to get married again. Like you're gonna be with them for how long? I think I posted something one day like you're not gonna put me as a special friend on your obituary because I'm I'm gonna knock that whole casket over.
The little
How you know you?
friend.
How you know you gonna be on the? How you know you gonna be on the obituary?
Right, I might not even make it to the obituary. That part. I might not even make it to the
They
obituary.
gonna bring his ex-wife. They gonna put his ex-wife name on there.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
throw
He
them
leaves
in the
behind.
bed.
Yeah, because of course she was the wife, but
Right.
at the end of it, like, yeah, he had 4 brothers, 3 sisters, and then he had a vibe in parentheses Ebony Dots.
His little friend.
Little friend.
Yeah, his little vibe. They gonna be like,
Know about that.
you
I
gonna
ain't
be at the
feeling that
funeral.
little vibe.
You gonna be at the funeral pissed.
I'm gonna knock
Like,
everything over.
damn,
That's
Then you
like
going
damn,
then you
sis, you
going to
might.
jail.
You know, I'm going.
Yeah,
That's
he gonna
okay.
go to jail.
I'm gonna
I
go
think it's a
jail.
federal law to knock over dead body, right?
she gonna die for this shit. She gonna
Right.
Yeah,
go to jail for this shit
you going to jail and hell
the whole time.
the whole time though. Like, yeah, in parentheses, look, my little vibe, Ebony Dog's gonna be a picture of y'all. You gonna go sick.
I'm be
Yeah,
pissed.
sick. I don't know.
So,
Look, so like, go ahead, dog. I mean, go ahead, man.
go ahead.
Nah, for me, like, so I'm 2.5 years in marriage, so I ain't, been thinking about divorce and all like that. But like Wes said before I got married was, you know, from a male's perspective, it's like, you know, look, it's already y'all know me, so it's like it's already a lot against us pretty much in the marriage. I think men always had the most to lose besides their heart,
Mhm.
they money, everything because we have to be that guy. We have to be the head of the household and stuff like that. And I think for most men, that responsibility kind of scares off marriage for a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be responsible for others, especially when there's a chance the shit might not work. And the reason I say it all the time, it's not to just like keep, you know, letting women know, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the truth when you have to be accountable for everything because you could be the man one day and then you could be torn down to a fucking peasant the next day. So at the end of the day, most men, if they do decide to get married and it don't work, most likely the next time they probably won't look at marriage and be like, oh, that's something we gotta have.
Right.
So that's something I gotta do. Like they'd be like, should I try it once? They move on in life, and because it's kind of heartbreaking if it don't work out. Like in
Right.
any relationship, if
Mhm.
y'all break up and stuff like that. But in a marriage, you're already giving up a lot. Then you're giving up your mind, friend, your heart, all that. So to most men, they probably look at it like, nah, I ain't doing it a second time. It almost destroyed me the first time.
But my thing is, what about a relationship? Same difference almost. So if a
Well, in
relationship,
a relationship, if I dump you, you don't get half of my stuff or all of my stuff.
half of these,
And the worst part, and the worst part,
they
and the
ain't
worst,
got half to get.
Right. That's what I mean. Like,
Still, we ain't married to
hold
millions.
on. And the worst thing
Apartment
about
building?
getting
Y'all got some apartment buildings?
Right.
the worst part
Go
about
ahead, Wes.
divorcing or whatever is starting over, and that's like start
That's
from
the
square
part
one.
too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand it, but that's in a relationship too. No one wants to start over after you invested time into a person. It's like no, you don't want to start over. But
Well,
do you
that's why you see relationships like that where people like, man, I don't want to start over, so I'm gonna stick it out. You even destroy yourself even more. That's why it's best to do what's best for you if the shit ain't working out. Because At the end of the day, the next person gonna do what's best for them. You could, if you go decide to work it out. But both of y'all got to be 100% invested in working it out. If you got one person 100% in trying to work it out, and the other one, I'm gonna try to date on the side, but still work it out with this one, just in case these other dudes don't work out. Then you only hurt yourself. So it's best to is either gonna hurt with that person or you gonna hurt by yourself and try to get through it.
I've never been married, but I don't understand when they be like, I'm never doing it again. Like, but I've never been married, so.
And
I understand, like, if somebody who is losing millions or actually losing something, but I don't know.
Look at the world we in now. A lot of people ain't even looking at marriage because the way the world's set up now. Like, you got a lot of independent women, a lot of men that want to be with women but still want to be men. You know what I'm saying? They still want to be the man in the relationship. Now you get in a relationship, chicks who got their shit together, they doing their thing, but they want to be women, but they want to have the man quality. They want to act like a man too at the same time. They want to be in control. They not, they don't want to be ladies. Some of these women want to be men, and like, it's cool to be independent, but also it's cool to be a lady too. Like, men like independent girly girl women. Like I know it's women out here that's probably with men now that think in the back of their head, yeah, nigga, I don't need you, but I do want to be with you. And, that's kind of cool too. But I always remain a lady. We want a partner. We don't want no other mama. And like women always say, I don't need no daddy. Like, men don't need no mamas. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want a partner. And I know some women go probably be on here like, oh, well, y'all be all up under y'all mamas, y'all mama boys and stuff like that. And I think for the mama boy aspect of it, most women, or I would say most little boys, grow up seeing their mama being so strong, she had to play both. And you know what I'm saying? Like, some men are used to that, but some men grow out of that shit where they want just their own woman. They ain't looking for their mamas and stuff like that. They just want a woman that is compatible and a partner to them.
So I was engaged, and he's older, and I knew that he had children, and I knew that he had been married once before. When I came in it was just like a breath of fresh air. So I would say one of my faults might have been I didn't ask enough questions. Like, I didn't think it was going nowhere. We was just having a good time. Like, take me out, kick it. Like, from the first day we started dating, we was with each other every day. Eventually, the marriage topic came up. And then it's when he told me, like, I've been married. It was horrible. Like, y'all say it's the worst thing, and they go through it. It's like it's harder for men to bounce back from that. It put a fear in their heart once they do it and it don't work. He was like, I said I would never marry again, but I want to marry you. Okay. Then thinking then, like, if he really don't want to be married, it may be something in him that I know that she younger and she want this experience, and I love her enough to do it again. But I kind of knew, like, it's going to be a hard time getting him down this aisle. Even though he wants to do it because he wants me, it's still something he has in his mind. He would rather not. Like, if I would just be cool with being a girlfriend or whatever, he would do that because he feel like he lost too much in the marriage. So got engaged. And then that's when just stuff started getting in the way. And I always felt like, yeah, I'm to blame. He's to blame. We all had our stuff. But it was always that thing. He never wanted to marry anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like having a person who's young and never been married before. So they don't know the experience of it. So it's easier to get those folks down the aisle than a man who's been married and hurt. So long story short, we got engaged, not engaged, back on engaged. It was just the back and forth, and then it just kind of just faded out. Like, it just became too much. So if I would have known in the beginning what I would have did, it probably so, because I didn't expect for me to fall in love with him. So
I was just about to ask you that too.
Right. I didn't
If you
expect
said
that.
that in the beginning, how would you say? How would you feel by now?
I wouldn't have made him exclusive. You know what I'm saying? I would have dated around. Like he'd have been somebody I kicked it with, but would I have put all my eggs in a basket with him? No. And he probably knew that. That's probably why he didn't come out and tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't tell her that she gonna date other people and he didn't want me to. So
Do you think he don't want to get married again? Have you ever said that?
no, he told me he didn't, but when he met me, he wanted to. I think that he wants that partnership, but he's afraid of it. She leave me. I put my all into it and she leave me, or she might get half. I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna lose that. I just think he's afraid of marriage because he said he was hurt so bad in the beginning. I mean, when he got married before. I don't know. To me, it's a victim thing. Like you overcome anything else, you should be able to overcome this. But for me, it's different, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
Why should he have to overcome if he don't want to do it?
Say that again.
Why should he have to overcome it if he don't want to do it?
Yeah, it froze.
I froze.
Yeah, it is.
She is. Look at her.
Make that very clear in the beginning.
You froze.
You was froze. You was frozen, Jones.
Uh-oh.
You got the Teddy Riley Wi-Fi, man.
But what I'm basically saying is like you can't expect someone who's been through down that road. You may not understand the road that they went down. It probably holds dear to his heart where you don't know unless he revealed everything that he lost. He probably lost a lot, and when you lose a lot, it's one thing to lose it one time, but to lose it again for something that you didn't have a belief in the second time,
But then again, he should have said that from jump.
He should have said that from jump too. I believe he should have said that from jump.
Well, when things was getting real too serious, he should he just said it from jump.
Yeah, he should have said it from jump. Even when the things started getting too good, he should have said it again. Like, don't lie to the girl.
Right.
All right. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jessica said.
Yeah, I agree with. Oh.
Go ahead.
I was saying Jessica said, but he said he wants to.
Yeah, but what you say with your mouth and what you feel in your heart, two different things. You're gonna tell me what I wanted to hear because you don't want to lose me. But
sweet nothings.
Right. You do certain things. He has like it's almost like a anxiety. It's a big fear around getting married again. And my thing is like, you ain't got to do it if you don't want to, but make that very upfront in your relationships because when you shouldn't pursue it.
You're working up there.
So, I mean, shit happened.
Yeah. How long was he married prior?
Girl, 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. They get married.
Oh, yeah. See, doggy. Dog on some other shit, man. 2 years?
That's not nothing. So he
that went a long time.
Right. He probably went into with the wrong. It probably wasn't right from the beginning, and he did it.
He said
that. He should have worked that out.
Yeah, because if it wasn't right from the beginning, you get married, that equals a disaster. What do you expect?
That shit was probably a disaster, and I'm starting to think that lady that he was with before, he probably married her to shut her up. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
It was one of them things I ain't gonna tell all of it. It was one. I ain't gonna do that because it was one of them things. I'm gonna do this because I just don't want to have another kid, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Your children play a part. You get married because of the kids, but what about y'all relationship? That concept. That's not good. You getting married just for the kids. That's a disaster. It's not going.
About 10 minutes, Greg. Greg want to chime in. We probably let him in.
Yeah, and 2 years is a short period of time, but when you marry and it ain't work, I mean, it's bad. I'm saying like, yeah, if it's bad, I'm alone.
Jones, you breaking up bad now.
Yeah.
Y'all want to bring Greg in?
Go ahead. Yeah, he can come in.
Greg, go ahead and come in while Jones try to work on Jones' technical difficulty.
That relationship dynamic means a lot when it comes into marriage. If you don't have that, your shit is doomed.
I always. Oh,
Agreed.
go ahead, Wes.
No, I'm saying agree. I agree with
Yeah.
Dawson.
I think it is where it's like when it comes to like these relationships, it's different for everybody because for me, like I know by the first few dates if I can potentially see myself spending the rest of my life with you. You know what I'm saying? But not just dates, the conversations, what we care about, you know, just being a friendship and like it's if you know you know, so you shouldn't play roles. And at a certain age, you shouldn't be lying to someone or don't lie to a person just to keep them around.
Right. You get that mask on.
Yeah, and then you're making it even bigger of a problem because you trying to hold on to that person, so they probably look at the situation the same way, like, yeah, we cool without being married, but these women want to be married. If they gonna be with you, if they want
Right.
to be with you and build with you and stuff like that, you have that choice to decide if I'm a build with this woman or tear down with this woman. Because if you're not gonna build with her, step off.
Mhm.
Let her out to the streets.
Exactly. Why even play?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like if you want to be in the streets, be for the streets. Shit, it's your. You can do whatever you want to do. That's another thing. When you older, you become more honest to a lot of shit because you should have to lie as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to lie to you. If I don't want to fuck with you, I don't want to fuck with you. And I really don't have to tell you why I don't want to fuck with you, but I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you. See, like I could tell you and you be mad at me, but I cannot tell you and you still gonna be mad. So I might as well tell the truth.
Greg coming in. Right.
My thing is you ain't even got to do that. Just don't you know what I'm saying? It could have been one of the things where we just dated, but you wanted me to be exclusive to you. So,
Right.
you know
If
what I'm
you
saying?
feel
That's
how you feel, why even waste my time? You know what I'm saying? Because he knew what you
I'd have
wanted.
Right.
been just fine doing me and you doing you,
Right.
but you wanted me exclusively. You know,
Right.
you put a ring on my finger. You went and bought a house. Like
Right.
you did everything but
That part.
that part. So. Cause you know, no shade and call me a gold digger. You doing what you need to do for me. I'd have said if that was just the thing to do, we could have been common law boyfriend, girlfriend forever. If that was what it was, you know what I'm saying? Or
Hey, Greg.
hey,
Yeah, come
What up,
on.
Greg?
What up, though?
what up? What up?
Jessica said he got
Hey,
scared, and that could be a possibility.
So
Yeah,
Greg,
I mean, it go deep.
Greg, you on?
yeah, I look like I'm in a witness protection.
So we got to start introducing our guest.
I'm sorry.
So Greg
Yeah.
is
They know me. No.
he's
Yo,
one of
go
our
ahead on, dog.
he's one of our regular guests, and he is big brother to Les.
Damn.
So Greg is he's recently divorced. So this is kind of a perfect topic for him. So my first question is, Greg, how is life after divorce?
Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to silence this Facebook one. Hold on. This is crazy. All right, here I go.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
what
hear
was the
you.
question?
How is life after? How has life been since you divorced?
Um, it could be difficult because I think I'm in a bad spot.
No, we hear you. Go ahead.
Seeing me. seeing is believing.
Yeah, we can't really see you. It's like you under the light, but it's a glare or something. It's
Nigga
something.
black. Y'all was talking about me.
Okay,
There you
guys,
go.
There we go.
I got the Franklin. No, it's been difficult. It has its ups and downs and stuff. So if you got a family that you had a family at home where you used to people being in the house 24/7, then you go to being in the house by yourself, and you taking on it's being double far as double incomes or taking the stuff. And you got the child support issue too that you have to, that's something new too. So, but you just got to keep going. But they tell you like divorce is just like compared to death. When some people go to therapy. So divorce is like compared to death because you're losing folks. So you're losing you pretty much kind of like breaking off from your family. So it's definitely have its ups and downs. It can be difficult.
So my second question is, what's dating life like?
For G, no, I'm like for G.
Here, take a sip.
I mean, dating is cool, but the type of person like I was with my wife we've been together 20 years and we was married 14. So when people see that you've been with this one person, pretty much that you know what you're doing, you know how to treat them. So then when you get in these people, you meet these folks are at the age group that I'm in and pretty much like the age group you in, they know what they want. They want to be married. So some of them try to lock you down so you guys can, pretty much become a marriage item for that person. So a lot of people don't heal properly after being divorced. They run into stuff trying to mask they feelings, but if you don't go through the whole thing of the healing process, you're gonna be messed up out here. So you're gonna be messing up other people's lives that really want to get married and want to, build whatever with you. So if you're going into something damaged, that's even without being married, that's just a no-win situation for the person who's really into I want to be in the relationship with you. So
Would you get married again?
I was about to ask him that.
Yeah.
I will get married again, but right now, no.
All right. It shouldn't be.
I would like to get married again, but right now it's not. That's not what's up right now. Me.
That's what's up.
No, I like that.
But that's the honest question, because the thing is, I always been in a relationship. This is my first time being single in my adult life and all that stuff. So, but yeah,
and that's why I wanted to come in at like I know that's why it was probably difficult for you because this is like you was with a person for 20 years and y'all ain't together no more. And for me, like, I've been in a relationship, so in my younger days I dated and stuff like that. So, like I said, it's different for everybody. And like Greg said, like he would like to get married, but not right now. So to go back on what Jones was saying when she was dating dude who she was engaged to, maybe he moved in. Maybe he moved too fast, and he should have been telling you that. But sometimes a man wants that comfort of a woman. Maybe you was just like you said, a breath of fresh air to him too, like he was to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
he wasn't true to himself.
He wasn't true to himself. And my thing is, I would have been cool with it. It wouldn't just been like, okay, I can't deal with you at all because you don't want to be married. Like I said, he is a good guy, genuinely. We could have just kicked it. But the thing is, he wanted me to himself. So he did things knowing that he wasn't ready for it, like you said, mentally, and didn't get, the help to get through it. Because from what he said, that divorce was rough. Like, but you wanted me to yourself, so you did things you probably didn't want to do at the time.
I'm trying to figure out how that 2-year marriage was so rough. I mean, God, it was 2 years.
I mean,
But hold
They
on,
was
another
ready.
thing is this, Jones. Did you like
you can
pressure
say
him
it
to
don't count,
marry
but
you?
I ain't never been married, so I don't know how it is to be married 2 years. You know what I'm saying? It might 2 years or 14 years. If it's bad, it's bad.
Right.
And
Jones,
he
you
probably
heard Wes' question.
what?
Did you bring up marriage to him a lot?
You know, I after a while because we got engaged.
But it was
at
2 years. He was. How long y'all was together after the 2 years?
huh?
No, his marriage was 2 years. His
No, I'm saying after he was divorced. How
Mhm.
long after y'all got together?
Oh. 4, 5 years, 5, 6 years.
After?
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Well, he wasn't ready.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready,
Well,
and they had been together a little longer. We got engaged and we were dating 3 years, and he just wasn't. He wasn't ready, and I can say I pushed it, because again, you want me exclusively. Like I told him, like we can do this thing, but you don't get to have me to yourself.
Yeah.
Jones, you ever thought like, and he was older than you too, so he kind of tried to manipulate the situation?
Yeah, you manipulated because you wanted me to yourself. You didn't want me to be with nobody else. So you dragged it as long as you could, and then you forced yourself to do things so I wouldn't leave. Because I had said I was gonna leave before, and that's when he popped the question like, oh no, let me do this.
He wanted to do that. He popped the question so he can keep you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tanisha stated in the comments she was divorced 6 years ago, and it was definitely for the best. It was difficult in the beginning, but it fades out. Now I think I'm kind of too content by myself. However, I will definitely marry again, but I truly didn't need to jump into a new relationship too soon.
Right.
And that's cool.
That part. Yeah, that
That's
That's cool.
that's dope.
a healing process.
Yeah, you
Anybody else
got
got
some
questions?
people. Some
Oh, go
people
ahead, Greg.
heal quicker. Some people heal quicker, but if you don't heal, it took for me to like. I was in a relationship like I had to get the hell on because that person was pretty much like strong arming. And people like, why you left her alone? Why you left her alone? Like, y'all don't know that. Yeah, she might be cool or whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
But behind them scenes, it was just something totally different. And
He
I
might
was like,
say that about me.
huh?
He said he probably said about her.
I'm the guy I was engaged to. He probably said it about me, like, yeah, y'all think it'd be cool. She crazy. But go ahead.
I'm so for real though. Like, I was just, she knew that what state I was in, so she can, maneuver and like
Right.
kind of sway me for things. But
Right. And
Anybody?
if I'm being honest, here's my fault in it. I had just left. Well, I had got rid of, stopped dealing with my daughter's dad. So I jumped right into a relationship too.
See, yeah, you didn't really go through the
But
healing process.
it wasn't a rebound thing. Like it was really just organic. I wasn't out looking for him, searching. It's just one of them things like but I'm sure I wasn't ready because I had healing to do from that. So it was just two broken people trying to comfort each other. We loved each other, but it was that too. So
Y'all both was dealing with things.
right.
That's understandable.
But that's still my dog. Cool.
that's
Is
cool.
y'all better off, Ebony? You think y'all better off as just friends?
We would, even if we never whatever the way life goes, he will always be a part of my life because my daughter really cares about him and my family cares about him. You know what I'm saying? So we well enough where we can be cordial, but if I'm honest, I think in the perfect world, we better off together than friends. Because like literally, if he's like a best friend, like he know everything about me. So I think we would have worked. We just got work to do separately.
And yeah, he got to really be committed too, because he could say, well, "Yeah, I want to be back with you," but the goal for you is, I ain't about to mess with you if you ain't really serious about marrying.
Yeah, it'd be pressure this time around. Like I ain't as fragile and coming out of nothing. Like no, it's definitely different. So I'm gonna do my thing. He do his thing. If God wants us together, it'll happen.
And you shouldn't even have to going forward. You shouldn't even have to speak on what you want because he already knows.
Oh, I ain't saying nothing.
Nothing.
I ain't doing none of that.
Nothing needs to be said. He know what you want.
He know what the requirements are. So I'm doing me this season. I told myself I'm surrendering to
This season.
not the who.
You worked out. You talking this season? You like a game, like it's a sport or something. Like this season, I
Yeah,
ain't doing that shit.
it's game time, baby, for me, for myself.
On this episode, I'm doing me.
This episode of Ebony Jones, she's doing her.
But yeah, when people after divorce is healing is important.
Yeah.
Definitely
I think
important.
after any relationship, healing is important.
Exactly. Yeah, not even just a marriage. After a relationship.
But
Hey.
for marriage, it gotta be, you gotta have healed. And that's where, because we was talking about that last week, where people move on trying to find healing and confidence somewhere else. No, you need to heal yourself and know yourself before you even move on to the next person.
I agree.
And then look at me.
Angela Los put in the comments, still healing 5 years later. It takes time.
It takes
And
time.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
It takes time.
Gotta protect your energy,
Right.
your peace.
Right.
My thing is just be honest with the people you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Because it took for this to happen for him to figure out, look, I might need to go get some help and really, you know what I'm saying, deal with myself. He never dealt with himself. So yeah, just trust your own process.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about me.
Yeah, that stuff is painful. Folks don't know what you go through when you're going through that.
Right.
And what your thought process is.
Right.
And you got folks telling you, no, you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
That part. You can't tell me
my
journey.
Right. You know what I tell you,
right.
But you don't know what's going on.
Correct.
So, stop it. Stop.
A quick second, right quick. For everyone who's watching, can y'all just share the page, this live page, right quick?
Sure.
We appreciate it.
We're trying to get to 1,000 more followers by the end of February. Y'all can make it happen for us. Share the live. So Greg, what was not, the intricate details, but like for yourself, like when you came to that moment, like, you know what, enough is enough. Like, had you been battling with it before, like, okay, the 10th year, it was like, okay, maybe I should leave now, and then things coasted off. What was that pivotal moment where you like, no more of this?
Just being at home, the psychological warfare. So the thing was, it was going back and forth. I didn't file, she filed. I want to get a divorce. No, I don't want to get a divorce. Just going back to the ping pong. So you think, okay, I don't want to get divorced. So you're like, okay, we're about to work this thing out. This is about to be, we're going to be straight. Then it's not the case. Right. So then, that's when you start, you be going in your mind be all scrambled up because, wait a minute, I thought we was going to work this thing out. But that, plans on the other side was like, no. So it's like when Will Smith said, way before the entanglement shit, when he said that I am not responsible for Jada's happiness, Jada is responsible for her own happiness. So that's where the issue came in, within my relationship, within my marriage. It was the happiness within the person. It wasn't, and then just comparing and contrasting with other relationships is like, and stuff like that. So you can't harp and think about what other people have. You just get what you have and work on what be happy with what you have and work towards what you want. But that wasn't even the case because I was supposed to be Jesus.
I was about to say Superman, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was supposed to do that. And, just the stuff that I was doing is today, dudes wouldn't even do half of the stuff I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So, I was just trying to do what I felt what was right as a husband. So at that point, it was like probably a year before we got, it was going to happen. And I was like, you know what? Let me just get prepared because this is what's happening. I had to, put my big boy pants on. And it was like, okay. Even though I was like messed up, but I'm like, still, let me go ahead and do this.
But you knew for a long time that that day was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even though you had hope. And
yeah. And
oh, go ahead.
no, I saying, yeah, that's true. But then when you see those papers, like, damn,
That's when the reality hit.
the reality begins. The reality sinks in, like,
So what year? So if y'all was together, y'all was married 14 years. So at what year did you say it started getting bad, where you kind of knew in the back of your head this might not last?
18 going into end of 18 going into 19. 2018 going into 2019. And that's when stuff was just I was getting real crazy. Like real crazy. Damn.
Hmm.
And that's the thing. Like people got to understand. Like what Will Smith was saying. That's real talk. I'm not responsible for your happiness because if you ain't happy with yourself, how can I make you happy?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have self love before any man or any woman can love you, and that's where a lot of people mess up at.
But that's a learning process too, though. Because if I'm being totally honest, I looked for that in him too. Them spaces where I felt like I needed that, like that's a learning process when you finally come to the point where you learn yourself and you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know yourself yet. So it took for me I needed to go through that because it made me understand like he can't bring me happiness and I can't provide that for him. It's something we got to do individually. And I think we were both looking for that from each other.
Yeah. Lowe said comments. He agree. We are responsible for our own happiness. We never take the time to find out what makes us happy.
Right.
Some don't even know how to make ourselves happy. Some people don't even know how to live alone because they've lived with someone their whole lives.
Right.
And that's true. Right.
I mean, you see it with the women who jump in and out of relationships.
Right. They don't know how to be alone.
They don't know how to be alone. Like, you got another one? You know what I'm saying? Like, sis.
Right. It's okay.
Yeah, so I agree.
Go ahead.
What's up, though? No, I was just saying, like, a lot of times we don't know ourselves, and
right.
Like I said, like for somebody who started early, like having a heart broken in their early 20s and stuff, you get to find out a lot about yourself, how you heal and how you let stuff bother you. You know how you go from living with one person to you living by yourself. I don't been through all that and even got married and stuff like that. And it's just like, man, each person has to learn themselves before you can intertwine with the next person. And that's what I really liked about myself was learning about myself. Like that was the biggest thing.
That's the crazy part, though. I think we at that age now, though. I keep saying it, but I think we are like we at this point, like we are getting to the point, like okay, I know what I like, I know what I want, I know what I'm not gonna deal with. You're gonna have to compromise, but some things are just mandatory.
Correct.
So, yeah, that's when you okay being by yourself. You have hit something, baby. You ain't got to be cooped up under no person all the time. You ready?
That's me all day. I'm okay in my own, by myself, comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been around a lot of people. As you know, it was 6 of us.
Okay.
My siblings.
That's me too.
And then, and then living with, somebody and stuff like that, and then having children. So it's different. But long as you like, comfortable and all that good stuff will all fall in line for
you. That's right.
People don't need to not get in these relationships with the wrong expectation.
Right.
And then, being dependent, people were like, I need to be in love. No, it'll come.
Right, in due time.
The love will come. Can't rush it.
But you got to make sure you're not closed off to it either, though.
Right.
But
and that's
too comfortable being alone. That was him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone told me that I need not to close people off.
Right.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, and I'm like, this was divorced in July. What you talking about? You know, but yeah, they say stop. You know, I close people off, and you know, I probably done passed up on,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or whatever.
Yes.
But you get a feeling for who you feel is right, or whatever. So
Right.
I make somebody. I'll be a nice accessory one day for somebody. Myself
I believe that.
Tanisha said you have to learn how to balance self and others, like balance the love for yourself and the love for others, and that's true.
Yeah.
Because you got to start loving people more than you love yourself.
You can't pour from
high
empty glass.
regards.
That's so true. That's
I just learned that. Stop holding folks at high regards.
Yep.
Like fuck them. It's about me.
Because I know people lower themselves sometimes just to build up another person because that person don't really love themselves enough. You know what I'm saying?
But see, you every time you do that, you take away from yourself. You lose a part of yourself.
You lose a part of yourself.
You're
Yeah.
trying to make somebody else happy.
It's draining.
Oh, your happiness is priority.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, my dad always say, like, you gotta go through that to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you fresh out the pot, you don't know that. You gotta go through some rough patches sometime to get to that point. So it's all a learning process.
Everything we go through, it molds us. We learn.
Yeah. Greg did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that.
Man, fuck on, man.
Bars.
Yeah.
Bars.
Like seriously, and having that support after the divorce is awesome.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't for my family and my homeboys. It was like, dog, you had a good summer, because I would have been probably up in my apartment, cooped up, looking like this, like
looking
it was
like Pookie, you lost 30 pounds.
Like still like it's quarantine here, sad because I can't to the person that I once was, in a relationship with or whatever. And just
Nah, she the ops.
Yeah. It's on site now.
Nah,
now you want to lay hands.
Nah, it ain't really. Nah, it's just man, like
I wish her the best. And
that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
No, that's the honest to God truth though. I do. Yeah.
That's what's up. I don't know. You a good one.
That's maturity.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, if you still want to do all that, that means you still hurt by it. When you like, look, I kiss you goodnight, deuces. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't grew from it. You can't. You hurt by it if you want to put hands on them and you hate them. Like,
I don't have control on other stuff, on other people's thoughts, but I wish her the best.
I think for like, when it's different in our community when it comes to divorce and like things like that. It's just marriage, period, because we all have our ideas of it. And the thing where people mess up at is when you meet somebody, do you even talk to them about the ideal of marriage? What's your thoughts on it? Y'all gotta have at least like 80, 75 to 90% of, look, we kind of agree on some of this shit to even be considering marriage. You know what I'm saying? And, once, because you never know what can happen in a marriage. And that's the thing too, man. Like, it could be something drastic happen, but what leads up to all that? You know what I'm saying? And like, for a lot of these people out here who want to be married again, like they really see themselves as a marriage material, as a person that, because they probably was, they never know they probably was the wrong, that person was wrong for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people marry again too, because they know in the back of their mind, like, look, man, it's somebody for me. It's somebody for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Larry King was married eight times.
But that's what I was in the beginning. Some people are aware of where they messed up and they willing to do it again. But eight times though, man.
You do it till you get it right.
Yeah, and Larry King was married 8 times.
No power
so he probably had his philosophy and probably went into each relationship 8 times. That niggas kept doing the same shit over and over. It had to be. For them to get married 8 times.
That's like it's like Steve Harvey was married 3 times, and his book is selling out on how to, end a relationship. That's celebrity.
Steve Harvey said he liked being in relationships.
At this age, I think we all like too.
He liked being in relationships, so he gonna keep it a try.
You gotta go through all that sometimes to get it right. So if he can get people to, I mean, it's just advice. That ain't the gospel. He giving you his experiences, and you try to do something different from him.
You motherfuckers treated it like it was the gospel.
That's a lot of women treated it like it was the gospel because they became men that day.
Oh,
when the book dropped, they like, yeah, Steve Harvey said these niggas ain't shit. That's what they got out of it.
I ain't buy the book.
I ain't buy the book either.
Hey, that's what For the Streets came from.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The best book people should buy when you like don't know what to do and you down and I don't know about yourself, don't know about the relationship. I say buy Charlamagne book and learn about yourself. Like really like look into like the anxiety, because being in certain relationship stuff, like life give you an anxiety. I don't know one person that never had anxiety before.
Great.
We got
relationships give you PTSD.
Rini asked the question. She said, here's my question. How do you date when you're ready? When you've been with somebody 20 years plus and you used to be in that long-term situation, how do you simply date?
That's a good question, Greg.
So let Greg take that one.
Who was that?
Rini.
I don't see the question.
I see it.
I
don't know. I see it now, but good question, Rena.
Question, Renata.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm trying to read the question. I'm old.
20 plus years, how do you, in a long-term situation, how do you simply just date again after 20 years of being married? Somebody.
It takes, it just, it's not how do you, it just happens sometimes. And you just, you just have to, it's all like depending on how you feeling, because sometimes that person just gonna come. It's not that you're gonna go out and look for that person like, hey, shit, I've been in a relationship for 20 years. Let me go and walk on in this person's life and swoop them up.
Right.
But, that person that got out of a relationship for 20 years, out of a 20-year relationship, they still like damaged a little bit. So they're gonna have some type of issues of self-esteem issues with trying to, talk to somebody else, unless that's why I always say build friendship.
Yeah, friendship.
Then go into a possible blossom into a nice relationship, because that person for the 20 years gotta have that person understand what happened and why they at where they at right now.
Rainey said she said like I do too much too fast.
And that's understandable because she was in a 20-year relationship. So that's understandable. You come in, we are already nurturing women already, so I guess you do what you used to, but sometimes I think, this is just my opinion, you got to go into it slowly.
Absolutely.
So you don't just, fall into that same situation again. You want to make sure this time is right, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, what I learned is people like, don't do wifely. I'm not. Yeah. You ain't about to be over here. I ain't about to be. I'm gonna care for you like we're dating, but I'm not gonna care for you like I'm your mama or you my man. Like that's where we mess up from. It's like why buy the cow?
Exactly. Yeah. I've been there before where you do too much too fast, but now I kind of step back some.
It's not about like, I know she was saying about looking. It's just if you believe in like the universe and divine order and all that stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
Tanisha said it's very important to know the person who you with. And she said important to know that nobody is 100%. However, it doesn't mean we cannot strive to be your best. Meaning, like, get to know that person. Like, really get to know that person. Get to know their family.
They folks.
Get to know their folks. Jones always said, man, get to know who their mamas was, who the daddy was, because you never know that lingering effect. That lingering effect that they have, had with their family. You got to get to know the family.
Yeah, you better check that stock out because that's who raised them.
That's who raised them and all like everything around the family and stuff. Get to know the family.
Did the daddy knock
Right.
the mom over the head because he might want to knock you? You know what I'm saying? All that part.
Hey, Les, what grandma used to say, who raised them?
You raised them. That's I be asking that question sometimes. Like, who the fuck raised you?
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think we got some questions in the comments. I think this is more for Greg. I guess Wesley can answer. Well, he kind of knew.
Rest can't answer shit.
She said, so do you date multiple people? Rini said, do you date multiple people?
Do I date multiple people?
Yes.
No.
Why?
Because the type of person that I am. So when I'm dating somebody, I was talking to somebody like, do you keep all your eggs in one basket? I'm like, what is this about eggs? You know, like, do I date multiple people? I was told date multiple people. But if I'm really vibing with somebody, I'm vibing with that one person. Like, we cool. Me, I don't have time to be trying to vibe out with 3 other people in this one.
That's me.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay to date until you get that one person you feeling, but you got to
your focus on too many people.
But you got to. It's a process of elimination.
But
it's a process of elimination.
Her said focus on her.
I think you should date multiple people, then narrow it down to that person you feeling.
But what we getting too deep with all 3 of them though?
Yeah, that's where it gets hard.
So if you date 3 people, are you sleeping with all 3 of them?
No. Dating don't consist of sleeping with a person.
No.
Well, how you know if they the one then? How you narrow it down?
That sex juice is something totally different.
Yeah.
But what if they want to, but you gonna say no?
Right.
Okay, so Renee
I have done that. I've done it.
You too?
No, I'm talking about Dawson.
What you mean? What you say?
I
missed it. Go ahead.
If a dude, if you dating 3 dudes and then all of a sudden all 3 dudes like want to sleep with you, how that's supposed to work?
Oh, how it go? You don't just sleep with all 3 of them.
I'm just saying you went deep with three guys.
How you went deep with 3 guys and you ain't sleeping with all 3?
I said date.
I'm saying y'all have a nice time for like 4 months, whatever.
All 3 of them not gonna be on the same. I don't know. On the same level.
See?
You gonna start narrowing down quick.
I get what she's saying, kind of.
I get what you're saying.
I don't.
You meet 3 different women. You gonna talk to converse with 3 different women. You gonna figure out who you want to deal with.
3 different women.
No, that man gonna try to sleep with all 3 women.
See y'all. No.
What if they do? What if they enforce it though?
They can't. This is my body.
Okay, so you eliminate this stuff right there. Then, like, I ain't about to deal with you.
Listen,
you got 3 other dudes.
That's even better. You eliminate yourself.
Renee, we gonna get this question.
Listen,
I got 2 more.
It's okay to date multiple people. That's what dating is for. But exclusively dating,
no.
One person.
One person, exactly. You can date if you get that exclusive person.
Dawson, are you telling all these dudes you dating like, yeah, I'm talking to multiple people, or are you just like, man?
They ex?
No, you should be telling them. What the hell you mean if they ex?
What I'm doing with my life.
So if he called like, dang, why you answer the phone? What you was doing? You say you would say on.
I was on the call.
And when I
but you lying already though.
Yeah. So what makes you?
On the phone with? I was talking to this other.
So basically, you juggling with 3 people, and you
ain't
lying.
Even committed to yourself.
Yeah.
No, come on now, y'all.
No, you ain't committed to yourself, my G.
Oh man,
If
you
the
killing
question,
yourself.
If the question come up, I'm going to say yes.
All right.
Hold on. What Jessica said. I never said you were my man. We dating.
Rini said, so what's the definition of dating?
Getting to know a person.
Is what's your definition of dating?
Ooh.
Ask those questions and get to know a person.
Rini, what's your definition of dating?
She's still there.
She have a one-on-one with G.
Yeah, then Jessica told me, I never said you were my man or 5. Yep. See, that's the problem. A nigga ain't gonna want you if you dating 4 or 5 niggas. He gonna look at you like, shit, eliminate me.
Most guys ain't gonna ask that question like that. And
why wouldn't I'm gonna ask you? I'm gonna ask you how many dudes you dealing with before I even try to even consider dealing with you.
Okay, that's cool.
And if you say 4 and 5, I'm be like, I'm gonna eliminate my damn self. Like, look, man, go ahead on.
Oh yeah, I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm straight.
One for this, one for that, one for that.
I ain't in no rotation.
Okay,
not me.
She said, Rini said she don't know. That's what she's trying to figure out.
Oh, Rainy.
Come on.
Nah.
Rennie, she need to have a one-to-one consultation.
But see, y'all mixing up dating with having just because you date a person don't mean you're sexually active with them.
You should.
Okay,
Exactly.
That's what
but
they. So
Just want to get exclusive.
no, all I'm saying is you date somebody,
You sleeping with 2 or 3 guys.
We can have sex and not be exclusive.
right?
Well,
if I'm dating somebody that I'm not exclusive with, I'm not having
Dawson,
sex.
ain't nobody gonna date you because you date too many people.
No, I'm just saying if I'm single and I'm here doing me,
And I
but
see
right
you
now, how many
can see-
people are you dating right now?
I get one.
No, you took too long.
You took too long and you just lied, liar.
Yeah.
Right.
Not.
He said liar.
Liar.
It
Why
was-
you lying to us? We grown. I just told you that.
I promise you, it's one person. Dang.
Yeah.
How many men you want to date? That's the question.
I mean, hey, I'm single.
So that means as many as
Hey
you
man,
want.
look, man. All right. Hey, Ray,
date.
My thing is, you gotta you do whatever makes you,
Happy.
Exactly.
I got some advice
you
for
know, whatever. I'm just not no.
Multiple
I'm
people.
not. Yeah, I'm just not no big. I'm not no big time dater. Like, you know, take me out to the movies with 1 or 2 maybe, but I'm not the person who want to be going out with a different person every other week. That's just not my thing.
It's fun.
And COVID out here.
But you ain't tried it, Jay. It's fun.
Rainy. I need Rainy on here. Rainy,
I'm not in.
shoot her the info. We need Rainy on because she said she been with the man 20 years. And I want to know what happened.
Shout out, Rini is a real close friend of mine.
Okay, yeah, and I've been in
Yeah.
a relationship for 20 years, so
Yeah, I want to know what Rainy. I want to know what happened with Rainy if she may.
Okay.
And everybody stop trying to be Lori Harvey.
Please
Yo,
elaborate.
You can't
Because
be
she
Lord
dating
Harvey.
multiple men and
I don't understand what's the problem with dating multiple people.
It's no problem. The thing is,
it's your preference.
Yeah, she's doing what she want to do. She's 23.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't be 40 years old looking up to Lori Harvey.
Everybody looking up to Lori Harvey.
Like it just can't happen.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't even ask about Marjorie Harvey. Y'all
Right.
What's Lori doing?
Like, what's wrong with her mama?
Marjorie, the one that's married. Ain't that about a bit?
Right. But dating can be tricky for some people.
and wasn't she the side chick though before she got married?
I think
Or that was Kevin Hart thing.
Yeah, Kevin Hart's wife was the side chick.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Liz.
No, Kevin Hart's wife was the side chick, and you know what I'm saying.
With the old wife.
He was cheating on his old wife with the new wife, but she never spoke out about it really.
That's good.
Hey, if I say I'm dating you, that means we having sex.
That's
From my perspective.
Jessica said that's why things don't work out. Folks get serious and exclusive before getting the ups and downs in each other. Agreed.
Who said that?
Jessica. You supposed to date and have fun, get to know a person. Y'all want to just date and be exclusive.
No, we ain't saying be exclusive. We want to date. I need to know everything about you before I take you serious.
So why can't you
even though I want to hit you before I get everything to know.
Like Jessica says, sex complicates things.
Yes, it does.
Right, that's why you get out. I think it do too. I ain't about to be dating everybody and sleeping with everybody.
Man,
let me ask this question. So for the women and the men who on here, have you slept with more of the people that you dated or not? Like, let's keep it real. We can say don't sleep with them, but have you slept with more of the people you dated than not?
If I ain't slept with you, I ain't dated you.
You say it again.
We're saying like, you know, if you date somebody, that don't mean you have to sleep with them. But in our Black community, how many of us have we slept with more of the people we dated or not?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Typically, they sleep with
and if
people
you can
they
see,
dated.
if
Do
you
you
can
have
see
10
all
guys
3
that
men
you've been out
saying
with and you just ain't done nothing?
Yeah.
All 3 men said yeah.
Yeah. But I have a reasoning for that.
My definition.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I have a reason.
My definition of dating is we had sex.
Oh God, that's not the definition of dating. But that's your
No, if we was kicking it and we had sex, that's dating. If
No,
I
it's
ain't hit
not.
you, I didn't know you. So if a person be like,
Just
if a
screwing.
girl was like, because it happened to me when I got with my wife, motherfuckers like, oh yeah, he tried to talk to me, or yeah, we used to fuck around. I ain't hit you. We ain't fuck around.
I hit you.
That's like my man said. That's why you become friends first.
Exactly.
Jessica told me to hush.
Right.
I'm only keeping it 1,000. Like if I ain't hit you, we ain't dating.
Yeah, but you are adult. See, the thing is, over here in the Western world, sex is so taboo. Eastern is, like I said, is all over. It's on commercials, this and that. It's like almost like a way of life and stuff. So, but like sex is complicate things for some because of their maturity and their mindset. Hey, we're gonna do this, but we both agreed that we don't want to have a relationship. But then when it happened, someone or the other be like, I think, yeah, the feelings get there. I don't think we should see other people. I think
Lo said he's best friends with the woman he didn't have sex with, and he's dated without sex more often than with sex.
Nah, I don't want to date then. If I was single, why would I date?
That's not the norm, but big ups to him.
Yeah, like I'm not just about to be chilling with you.
Tanisha said yes because sometimes people be potentials and they become friends with benefits.
the less theory.
Right.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying from the way we were, like, you have to, what is dating? Yeah, you getting to know each other.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if I just sleep with you, I don't consider that dating.
I mean,
man, she
may be different.
You still an acquaintance, in that acquaintance lane.
So basically, you doing all this dating, and majority the guys picking up the check, and you think they're not
he
gonna
ain't
hit?
getting nothing out of it.
Right.
Yeah, you right.
I'm just saying, like,
that's not true. Because
that is true.
I've been on dates before, and I've been like, I pay for my own stuff.
That ain't a date.
It's
right.
not a date.
Well, let's say a first date or something like that. I mean, you get to know a person. I ain't looking.
Who asked? Hold on, y'all been on dates where you went Dutch the first date?
Who raised him?
Who raised her?
That's just me. If it's a little meet, you want to meet a person, y'all get to know each other. I might be like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for you to pay the bill.
The first date?
A man's supposed to pay first.
First date.
But what if I don't like you?
Oh, why you on the date then?
Why you on the date? Why you wasting my time? Pay for your own shit.
What if I see it? What if I get there and I'm like, I ain't feeling it?
Oh, so it's a blind date?
No, I'm just saying in general.
Man, that's you. You ain't feeling yourself.
I ain't never.
You know what you doing? So next time he go out on a date with another chick, he gonna be looking at her like, you gonna go half because you didn't win Dutch with him.
Yep.
I guess.
Don't you ever
go on a date with me and you do that.
I ain't okay.
That's your man.
Let that happen.
If that's your man, cool, do that.
I'm just saying you can hang out, get to know a person, see how that go. I mean, okay. I don't know.
Hang out. He couldn't even pay for your coffee.
He couldn't pay for your scone.
It's no different if I go on a date and
where was y'all at?
It was a coffee shop. What even?
That nigga said give her a coffee black. And then she was like, yeah, I ain't really feeling the day age. She don't, hey, take the coffee back.
Hey, Lois
Jessica said, letting them know I got my own too. Thank you.
Lo said we obviously have different definitions of date. True. Everybody has their own definition. That's what makes it so unique.
Right. Wes, what's your definition?
What, dating?
Yeah.
Going out, get to know each other.
Are you sleeping with him?
I mean, eventually, I hope that come along, but I know after the third date.
So you don't date multiple people? You just stick with one person?
Huh?
You don't date multiple?
What? Now I'm not, but probably back then, yeah. I mean, you really, because right now I can say it's a pandemic. You really can't do nothing. Can't date nobody. Can't go nowhere.
You can't.
And
No.
the pickings are slim.
Yeah.
I dated in the pandemic.
You can.
You
That's
did?
I hate when people say that. You can't do nothing. You can't
Like
go.
where y'all like go where?
It's a lot of places.
When in the summertime they had stuff open outside.
Yeah, it's the igloo.
You go to the park, go for a walk,
Exactly.
you know, talk and stuff like that. They did it
Man,
all.
fuck all that Jill Scott shit. Look,
Yeah,
man.
I'm talking about like
Greg, I like you. I like you, Greg. Ladies, he's single.
Said Dr. Jill Scott.
I
A
don't
long walk. Let's
hey,
talk, man.
Hey, listen.
He's
And
single.
I like that I look like this right now, because then it's a whole shocker when they see me, you know.
No, Greg, right though. One thing I used to like about dating was like going for walks and just talking.
Exactly.
Like talking is probably one of the best things, but
Agreed.
after a while, after like Wes said, 3 days, if nothing ain't popping off, then look, I'll let you know.
I know after the first date.
Oh, word.
Yeah, you know when you feeling somebody after the first date. Hell,
You say what you say?
I know if I'm feeling somebody like that after the first date. Them vibe, that little chemistry you get when you on a date.
Yeah, that happened to
I've
me a
been
lot.
first dates and not second dates.
Yeah, that happened
Look,
to me a lot.
Me too.
Look, I
I'm
can
like,
give you chemistry, but I ain't look. I can give you chemistry, but then what if the math 1 and 1 don't add up?
after the first one, I don't know. Maybe it's a
I
woman.
get three like baseball, 3 strikes. First date might be terrible, second date might be better, third date.
I don't even
you know.
give it 3. I give it that
Drake
first date.
Drake said the girl know off sight, first sight, if she knows she gonna give you something. That's true. So why we going on these dates like that then?
What you mean? Why?
Because if I look deserving, I'm deserving.
No.
This is a entree and a dessert. Can't y'all tell we brothers?
It's more than looks. It's more than
No, I'm saying if you look at me like that, I don't fuck tonight, then I'm good with conversations and all that. You might as well go ahead and do it and get it out the way. Why go through second and third dates?
Oh my
We
God.
grown, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? First date, you don't know nobody off of the first date. Too much about them.
You know if you feeling that person, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that. You know, from
But
conversation,
you know,
they
it
say
might be some nervousness going on.
possibly
It happens.
it happens. Yeah, possibly. Then go to a bar, give them a drink, have them loosen up.
That at the restaurant.
To give Rini a little insight on dating, like Rini, like as far as like
you can't. So
Jones, you breaking up.
Bros.
For Rini, I want to give Rini an insight on a date. Like I know it's been 20 years. You say you was in a relationship or marriage or whatever, but dating is different now. So like looking out for dating, you have to, you know, let them ask you out. You know what I'm saying? Like learn how to be asked questions. Like be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't pretend to be something you ain't. That's a disaster waiting to happen.
That mask.
Yep.
I know it's hard day now because we in the pandemic. Like you really can't go nowhere. But shit, like virtually date, and that might be an ideal. I might need to not elaborate more on.
What the fuck is virtual dating?
Right.
Virtual dating.
No.
So, man, I'm gonna hold off on that because I just got an idea. No, hey.
He said he ain't about to put that out here.
Hey, I'm about to steal it. Like
the money might be on the flow.
Ain't nobody's. I mean, like Zoom dating.
Zoom. Look, man, I ain't gonna look. Zoom dating.
Keep it in your pocket.
Yeah, you keeping your money in your pocket, but all you gotta do is, and I should send out my cash. I should send out my cash app because I'm about to give y'all some game. This shit costs too. All you gotta do is do a Zoom date and look, set a time on a Friday night, and basically it's you talking just like we talking. Get you a glass of wine or a cup of coffee or something. Say the date started at 6:30, 7 o'clock. Both of y'all can go cook something and sit at a table and have music in the background playing and just talk.
Yeah. April said
and it's one-on-one. And if you like that nigga like that shit, wear lingerie to the table.
Okay, you pushing.
No,
You
but
do
for,
that
like
for-
for real, virtually dating though, like y'all can really sit down and talk on a Zoom and just get to learn each other. Y'all seeing each other, so you know who the person look like.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like a blind date, but we know who we looking at.
Right. April said it's the time to actually talk and really get to know each other, and I agree.
Yeah, because you can't do much else.
It's the best time.
Let me tell you something. This has been a restaurant over here. You hear me?
Hey, Naisha, I'm giving them that game, ain't I?
I've been cooking and inviting,
You been who?
cooking and inviting
Okay.
over. So, you know, just to do it like that.
You said you inviting your dates over?
Not all.
Okay.
Not all.
Drake said, can two people who have been knowing each other for years end up dating each other successfully?
Possibly.
Possibly, but look, after a few Zooms, get a room.
and zoom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
They can, if you know each other for a long time, yeah, that may possibly work.
Oh, but Earl said they already have dating sites that's virtual. But like y'all can date virtual where you don't have to be in a restaurant where y'all got to keep on y'all mask up, where y'all can just look at each other and talk to each other.
Hey man, you see this?
I agree.
It's unprofessional for me to look away right now.
Listen,
Nah,
but listen, like that's what FaceTime is for.
yeah, FaceTime. You can call through Facebook,
I agree.
Zoom, all that
Dual,
shit, man.
dual, whatever.
Duo.
Dual,
And
whatever.
listen,
Go ahead,
Hinge. They got a dating site called Hinge.
Mhm.
So Hinge have an option where you could do the face-to-face call
Okay.
if the person likes you.
Okay.
Face-to-face call and stuff. So all
They can
this
do
stuff.
that. They can do that now. And like in the world now, you can easily block a person if you're not interested.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they, like April said, dating has become easy based
think
off the
so, too.
pandemic
Yeah.
because you don't have to be in that person's face, but y'all can see each other and just talk and stuff like that.
Tanisha said, I feel depending on how serious you are and it's the results you get, it's levels to everything. And no, I don't believe you should have sex with someone you barely know. Sex personally should come later because it can take away from what you're really looking for in a relationship if you're serious.
How later?
Well, life too
I'm
short,
just talking.
and life too short, and
Life too short.
life too short. And the second, we don't have the second wave, not even the third wave of Corona. So you got to think quick.
Come on now, let.
We got time for
Hey, don't listen to me. I'm married. I'm over here telling y'all.
I know. But to lead y'all into a dead end.
See, Tanisha saying virtual is fun and safer. Yeah, because you doing it on, even though you doing it on the computer, you ain't got to put on the, you know.
Let me tell y'all something.
There's nothing wrong with online dating.
Let me tell y'all something. That shit is whack.
Why?
See, look at Rena. Rena talking about somebody ready to face to face.
That's not.
It's whack.
What? Virtual?
Virtual is whack.
But this is the perfect time to get to know a person.
I ain't gonna lie, because I could do a virtual date. I could be a virtual date and be watching ESPN and you not hear everything you said.
See, you playing.
Right. Like the phone. That's what the phone is for.
I mean, that's cool too.
You know what I'm saying? So virtual.
Tanisha, life's short, my baby.
Virtual. I mean, virtual, people can bullshit on virtual.
Yeah, but at this in these times, you kind of can weave out the bullshit until you actually meet the person.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get that. You can't get no vibes over virtual.
I mean, y'all can. He said initially, it's gonna.
Rena going too deep. She said, "I need to feel your aura."
I feel her though.
I do too. I understand what she's saying,
I feel it because you don't get them vibrations off of no goddamn.
No, but you will already at least be getting.
But what if I'm virtual and I'm reaching out to you? Ain't that? That's aura, right?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, we was outside. We were outside, and we go somewhere, mask up or whatever. That's why you know who you know. That's why you date people who are mature. I've been like dating professionals.
Okay.
And that, that's really, serious about this shit.
Yeah.
So, if you're gonna be burnt, you can't feel no energy over no goddamn Zoom. They don't
I
need to-
Yeah,
You
Rena
need-
just
you
said that. Rena said energy is everything. I feel it though. And Drake said
'Cause I think,
technology
like,
dumbing us down.
when
Go
you
ahead,
when you
Ed.
going through all that dating virtually and doing all that, like what is your purpose? Just to be with somebody else to have a good time? Like, are you looking for something when you go to those extents? Like what's the purpose? Like what is the end goal? Is it just to hang out with somebody?
But for virtual,
Most people, when they go online, they are looking for something. If they go into that extent, they looking for something.
what is the purpose of Christian mingle? Is it to be on there to pray with somebody?
No, they trying to get blessed.
No, I'm just saying. So the thing is that all these sites, somebody is looking to meet somebody. They're not looking to talk to somebody virtually over they want to see this person outside of you, and they at home, they in their norm, so they're gonna be cool as a fan. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for Rena. Rena, is the earth flat? She give me them type of vibes.
Really?
Rena, is the earth flat? Because she said she said energy is everything. She said the way she talking is like she need to reach out and touch you at the dinner table and stuff like that if she wanted to.
She ain't responded.
Derek said online is a fantasy. You only get in the visual.
Yeah.
Y'all right. A face to face is cool. I'm talking like the first time meeting somebody, you do want to talk to them. I ain't doing you. I'm just asking a question.
I thought she was joining in.
Yeah, I thought we extended our invitation.
She couldn't. She said she ain't know how. I told her I'm
Olive Branch.
She don't know how to get in the Zoom.
Yeah, I gave her the information.
See, that's why virtual dating sucked. And the dude like, I thought we supposed to meet up at 6. Oh, my Wi-Fi was acting up, or or something.
Tanisha said by the time you do a face-to-face after virtual dating, it's more comfortable than just meeting someone face-to-face off rip. I agree.
That's bullshit.
I agree.
Nah, I feel where they coming from.
Yeah.
No, that's bullshit. And
I agree.
No.
At least you gotta feel it, and then when you
like my man,
even better.
Like my man said, the computer technology has dumbed down a lot of stuff.
But Roger Troutman said computer love.
Man, that's sex. That's texting and sexting.
It's okay to get to know a person first, virtually, Greg.
Listen, let me tell you something.
They said Drake said that's if you shy. That is a good way to get over your shyness through the first couple of Zoom little dates, though.
That's what the phone is for.
Okay, but Greg,
that takes away from the whole experience of if you try, like you get to prep for it, it's like prepping for the test. Like you gaming. So when you meet the person, you're gonna know
that ain't gaming. That's getting comfortable.
No, it's not. But what's different from the phone, Greg, and virtually Duo, Messenger, FaceTime? What's the difference?
Come on, by if you're twitching, if your finger keep moving, all that shit, how you smell, all of that. And that's what people fail to realize. People think they know. They don't know shit.
I'd rather Zoom you than be like, can I pull up? Which one you rather me be? Which one do you rather me be? Can I pull up or can I Zoom you?
You meet in public place.
That's cool, but that's cool, but we can talk initially.
If you shy, you over the phone, FaceTime me. Oh, hey, oh, you look nice. Oh, that's your real picture. Oh, this is you. You know what I'm saying? But virtually dating, okay, I'm gonna cook me something, you're gonna cook something, and we're gonna sit here and eat together.
Okay,
that was
like you just need somebody.
Don't listen to that. That's
cool. When I get millions, don't be asking for shit.
Oh, I'm not. Because it's already oh, I'm not.
I ain't got it.
Hey, look, I need a
he want to hug, and I want to hug and some things after that fact.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's why you need the Zoom. See? I told you, that's why. Look, they gonna get touchy feely. He can't touch you through the Zoom.
See?
Kiss me through the phone.
Kiss me through the phone. That nigga said I'm gonna pull up. I want to hug and things after that. See? Would you rather you want a man that's gonna pull up, or you want a man that's gonna Zoom you?
This is on me initially.
Neither one. Meet me at a public spot.
He gonna get to touching Walmart. He gonna get to touching you, feeling you in the towel aisle.
They don't care. Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you, Katara.
Katara.
She said you could be creative with virtual dating to make it more personal.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man, this COVID have fucked everything up.
No, but
This was before COVID.
Social media has messed everything up.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, even more. The thing is that I commend everybody that gets the vibe of people off of virtual and everything.
I mean, it's the vibe, it's the feel of a person before y'all that initial meet.
Ain't no fucking money to be made. The shit already made. I'm reading the comments. I'm telling like it is.
Don't come for our followers.
I ain't coming for your followers.
Right.
She believe in me. She might be a silent
They
partner.
are loyal.
Thanks, Aisha.
They are.
They are loyal.
She might be a silent partner one day. You never know, Shawty.
Yeah, with everybody back outside, like, what the hell is virtual dating? Ugh.
That's when that nigga gonna be great.
No.
That's when that nigga gonna get to grabbing you and hugging you too much. Now you gonna be like, man, that nigga Les made a point.
Right. Yep.
People been creepy.
Yeah, I was just saying people creepy.
Okay, but that, you know what? That's something wrong with your intuition and your judging of character.
No, because if you, like you just said, face to face, you ain't get the opportunity to meet that person. So now you meeting them face to face, and you like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you can meet them out in public and they pull some bullshit.
Exactly.
Okay,
they don't give a fuck no more.
That's either way. I just know what I'm doing.
Everybody can't.
I mean, like I said, it's a preference. It ain't my
You want to be. You want to go on it. You want to go on a $200 date, don't you, Jones? Look at you. He got to take me to.
No, I just want it to be an organic thing. Like if it came to that, cool. But I'm not going online searching, putting in a profile of this person that I want, and then he pops up.
I didn't say that.
I like it a little more organic.
Hey, one of y'all viewers put my name in the comment. Can somebody read that?
Okay, Tanisha said, then you saying, Greg, it's better for y'all right now to be holding a conversation about this topic in a tangible location versus y'all talking right now on Zoom. I think this is cool for us to be creative and do something outside the norm.
Thank you, Tanisha.
Yeah, that's why you guys graduated in 2000s. The thing is that
this is a platform where we're talking about.
Listen, I'm saying person I'm dating, right?
Mm-hmm.
We talked on the phone. Then we say, hey, let's go. We went to the cigar bar where she had claimed that I didn't invite her, that she invited herself. That's neither here or there. But we talked on the phone for like a week every day, right?
Okay.
So we pretty much got to know each other and got in each other's business a little bit. Then we went to the cigar bar, which was off the chain. We met a little bit more. You get the feeling. I mean, you get that vibe. You get that. You feel the vibes, the aura, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes she want to throw out college credits. Here's the thing that you get to know that person. You feel the vibe. You get the aura. You know what you're dealing with. Now that's on you if you don't know. You can't feel a person. We all grew up in the hood, and we have a good judge of character of people.
Exactly.
So I just don't agree with the virtual thing.
I ain't saying virtual date the whole time. I'm saying the first couple times y'all get to know each other. Ain't nothing wrong with calling each other on the Zoom.
And that you called her on the phone for a week. Somebody else called him on the Zoom for a week.
Drink said, I'm old school. I want to smell her good, catch her vibes, open doors, etc. Can't do that virtually. I'm saying, y'all, you go get that after the first couple of times y'all talk virtually. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm sorry, Renata about to come in. Rini about to come in, y'all.
Hey, listen, I'm with homie. I need to smell, see if your eyes really straight.
I'll smell you when I see you. If you stink, I'm like, man,
Hey, listen, I'm with homie. I need to smell.
There.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, we need to see you. We need to see you, my G. We need to see you, my G.
How I do it?
Push the little camera. You see it?
See this one? Hey, y'all.
Where do you don't do Zoom meetings?
I know. We work off Teams. We don't do Zoom.
Yeah, we work off Teams at work too.
Fancy.
Welcome, Renata.
Thank. How you know? Oh, well, say it right there.
I said your name all the time.
Oh, yeah,
Lord have mercy.
you couldn't zoom, babe.
Uh-oh.
Right.
No, I can't. I'm messing up. Where y'all go? I lost y'all.
You do.
Okay, all right, I'm back. Hey, y'all.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
Renata.
FaceTime and Zoom is the same.
Katara said, "What? My little Zoom went out. Hold on."
She said, "What's the difference from FaceTime and for a week versus Zoom?" And it's really the same. It is. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
That's what I said too. Right.
yeah. So, Renata, you said you was married for 20 years or in a relationship for 20 years? Like, can you?
I was married for 8, but we was together for 20 years.
Mm-hmm. So, how has dating life been for you?
I don't know. I ain't doing it right.
What you mean?
Right. What you mean? What you doing wrong?
So, if I'm expecting too much, too fast, or if I'm just giving too much too fast, like I feel like the issue was with me. I just don't know what the issue is exactly. If that
Renata, hold on. You the first time I don't heard a woman in a long time take responsibility for her action. I'm gonna give you a standing ovation. This shit is.
Hey, I'm gonna give her a Denzel clap.
Hey, you the first woman in life that said maybe it's me. But go ahead though.
I mean, I'm saying because I was in that role for so long, right? I do stuff like, okay, we meet. It's not immediately, but I'll say, a month or two in or something, and I go to Walmart or I go somewhere and be like, oh, if I see something like, oh, he might like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I move fast. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just move like I want to be, I don't know if I necessarily want to be right in a relationship, but I like to do relationship stuff, if that makes sense.
Guys like you.
And you're nurturing.
Very nurturing. Like
I know that I've known Renata about 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
And she is one of the nicest.
Like extremely nurturing.
Women I know.
But then it's like a guy might think, he finessed you or something when it's really just, now don't ask me for nothing. But I give you whatever, but don't ask me because then I get offended because I think you're trying to play me. But I give you and I won't ask you for nothing. Like I don't look for nothing in return. I don't even know how to ask men for stuff like for money and stuff. I feel awkward asking, but I give anything, and that can be misread when it's just me. Like anybody I mess with the long way, period. Whether it's a friend, a lover, or whoever it is, like I don't have to nobody. But that can't be appreciated by everybody. So I'm wondering, like, do I need to tone that down, or how do I when it's just me?
Well, Renata, the first, you know what you are, Renata. You know what you are.
What am I?
A fuck boy dream.
You might be right. You might be right.
Them fuck niggas will love you, man, because you like you said, like. And like Drake said, he said you wear your heart on your sleeve, and you mean well, but you move fast.
What's your sign? What's your sign?
Yeah, what's your
Gemini.
sign?
And don't come for me.
Right, you a Gemini.
I'm a Gemini. Crazy. Don't come for me because I don't act like them.
No.
I say that all the time. You don't act like
a Gemini. Do not come for me. I really don't act like most. I don't.
That's what they most say
I
too.
think it's really like, I mean, there's, characteristics, but I think it's how you was raised and just what's in you. Like, you can't judge a person off of their zodiac sign just because they're that. Like, somebody had to raise. No, because people be coming for Geminis real tough.
Well, they normalize as crazy folks.
We're not. That's not.
Oh, you a Gemini too?
Yeah.
Oh, you nice.
I'm the last day Gemini.
You're nice. You're nice.
Ain't Gemini's multiple personalities or two people, right?
Yeah.
I get that vibes from Dawson. Dawson, you give me multiple vibes.
Oh, man, please.
I love you though.
You just, you're a giver.
She is.
I am.
You're a giver, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just art on what you do.
Yeah, but most people don't do right by.
Yeah,
so then that's why I feel like I'm the. So I'm just gonna say, is the bills really this good?
Yeah,
I
they
still
there.
subjects, but are they real? Like, when did this happen?
This is
You
Yeah,
a,
they there.
hold on.
She a football
You a
chick.
football fan?
Yes, huge.
Oh, you supposed to be a keeper.
I was for 20 years. I wasn't trying to be kept, and I wasn't trying to be kept that whole time. Let me.
Oh yeah, that's on you then. If you weren't trying to be kept, that's on you.
Not
Yeah,
that.
the Bills gonna
Huge
lose though.
football.
The Bills
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
lose.
sure they
though.
will, but I'm surprised they made it this far.
Who's your favorite team?
Qatar said, "We are good to those that are good to us. Please don't do Gemini."
That's just a human. That is a human trait.
Yeah,
we are.
but
Right,
we do.
Yeah.
Like I go hard. So
That's-
man, once it's
that's
over,
cool.
like once it's a wrap, I act like I never knew you.
So
Like,
are you dating now? How many men you dating now?
how many? I'm not into multiple. That's why I was asking. Like, I don't
That's
know
what I'm talking about.
what I'm supposed to do.
Date multiple.
But then I
No,
don't
because
really
Dawson
have
date multiple.
necessarily like I don't know how to date. Like, I haven't been in the scene for a really long time because I had to kind of get over, what I was out of.
Went through a healing process.
So it's kind of like, I'm seeing somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, it hasn't been clarified whether it's exclusive or not. Like, I haven't asked, he haven't said. So it's kind of like, that kind of conversation hasn't happened. And I don't know if I necessarily want it because I got little people. Like, I got a 13, 5, and 7-year-old. And I'm not really trying to bring, because all they seen was me and they daddy. So I'm not necessarily trying to bring somebody else around, but I do like the companionship for me. You know what I'm saying?
Are y'all active, if I may ask?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's all he wanted to know.
So right now, look, why y'all mad at me? I'm just y'all asking from my perspective right now, sis. You in the vibe stage.
She grown.
You grown.
I'm 40. Like, I ain't got time to play no games.
You ask him that?
Did I ask him?
Like, ask him like what is his goals and stuff like that.
As far as like relationship wise?
Yeah.
See, that door I'm not really trying to open because if he say I want to be, I'm not ready for that part because of my family, you know what I'm saying? Because of my kids. Yes, sir. Yes, Greg.
How long you guys been dating?
We talked for about a year now. We've been intimate since like July.
A year? Soldier Boy voice.
Right. It's time.
It is.
At least it's time.
It's time for what?
It is time to have the conversation.
Right, have an uncomfortable.
I told y'all she was a fuck nigga dream.
No, he's not though. But then I'm gonna say because he just went through something tragic, like his mom passed.
Okay.
So I'm not trying. I don't even know if he's emotionally capable at this point because I haven't experienced a loss like that. So I can't say, and I don't want to put that because I'm not necessarily there. You know what I'm saying? But then it feels like it's only him that I'm dealing with. Like I'm not talking to nobody else. And
I respect
I don't know.
that.
It's like it's just kind of weird.
Say something. Do you?
See, look.
Don't do you.
Renata,
do what you want to do.
Renata, look.
Renata, we hanging out with stuff open.
Okay.
Look, do
you already know I am.
Les, what you about to say?
Renata, I think both of y'all at a situation in a place right now where y'all cool with it. Let it flow.
Right, that's where I fucked up at.
Y'all vibing good. Y'all sleeping together. Both y'all ain't really ready.
Right.
Shit, to most men, shit, that's perfect.
Yeah, but then I can get kind of clingy, to be honest. When I'm into somebody, like I want to talk to you every day. I want to see you. I want to.
So you want to be in a relationship,
exactly. Right? Kind of, sort of. It sounds like you want it.
Right, but I don't necessarily want the time. Like I don't want the obligation. I just want what I want.
See, I like her. See, she knows what she wants.
I want what I
she
want.
Got.
Hey, I got a homegirl said she wants somebody to give her the undivided attention, but also leave her alone.
This ain't math.
That's what she said.
I don't want to look at you up, man. Okay.
But listen, I mean, they got to understand it. What works for you works for you.
Right.
Right.
Don't pressure. I mean, that's good that you understand that he had a significant loss in his life, and that you're not pressuring. Because some women don't know how to stand back off that.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
So I ain't gonna just
I
say
haven't
no.
been doing so great at that though. You know,
And she,
I haven't been doing real great at that. Like I know it to understand it, but I'm trying to really like just put it in play. Like, okay, if you don't talk, because I want to talk to you every day. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to reach out all the time. Like I'm a lady. Call me and see how I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like
How
check
long
on
ago
me
he
like
had
I
this
check on
loss?
you.
That's a significant loss, and
It
that
is.
it takes a time to. You
Yeah.
never come back off of that. You never heal off
Yeah, I could imagine. I
But
mean,
do you
I
let him
can
know
imagine.
that you're there for him? You let him know you're there for him and everything?
Yeah, I do. I do. Like I'm getting better with it, you know, because like before, and it was totally different from before to now. And I'm trying, you know, I understand the difference, but it's still trying to accept the difference. You know what I'm saying? Because he was more available. Now it's like he wanted to stay busy. So he got his hand, you know what I'm saying, got his hands and everything. But if I call him, he answering on the first ring. If I text him, he responding back fast. It's just I'm more of the initiator now, and that's the part I don't do well with
So
because I don't like, you know what I'm saying.
Have he talked to somebody about the loss and everything?
Has he talked to somebody?
Yeah.
No, he don't talk about no.
So he probably need to go see someone and talk about it.
I
So
think so.
you guys can, continue to
but
unpause.
why he ain't talking to her about it if they've been messing around for a year plus?
It's like it's a whole thing. It's don't want to.
Because that first year, I would say it wasn't really like the same dynamics as it is now. Like the first year, you know, we talked maybe a couple times a week, had lunch here and there, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, pillow talking. It wasn't a whole bunch of that, but we kept in contact with each other. And then, because we didn't even like like I said, we saw each other a few times, but we didn't really start spending time until this past July.
Okay.
Can I
And I
say
don't know,
something right quick?
everybody, he's a real private person. And I don't want to pry. And then I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here if you don't want to say nothing. I'm here for us to not say nothing. Because I don't want to pry and then ask stupid questions and now I'm offended you because I don't know what you're going through. I don't know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to just talk about me like I'm trying to take the attention from you on me. I don't know what to do.
How long ago was this this
No, Humber,
loss?
they don't know.
She passed in April. It hasn't even been a year yet.
Yeah. So you just have some. I mean, it seemed like you got some understanding, but you got to be understanding.
But y'all kind of have an understanding of your relationship. But I want to. Drake said he been single 10 years, and he said I kind of forgot how to actually date. That's it's fucked up out here, Drake. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I told him it's different.
It's totally different.
It's totally different from 10 years ago because Drake seemed like a good type of dude that knows how to date and stuff. But the Slims are picking, like I keep saying.
Drake is a really good guy. I've known him over 20 years. Shit, over 30 years.
So how are you, Ebony?
I'm great.
She need 3. She said she need 3 hoes at once.
And she going Dutch on the date.
I just don't see anything wrong with dating multiple people at one time, and you narrow it down to that one person you vibing with.
And that's
what does it consist of? Like, what does y'all dating look like? A non-sexual dating.
Shit, I don't know what that is. No, I'm talking.
Me either, man.
Well,
I probably wouldn't
guys
even.
don't understand.
After a while, I probably won't mess with you. Like I probably won't call after a while.
A non-sexual date, you can do that. Dating.
Be quiet.
It can be done. I have done it. It's you have to have some discipline, some self-discipline in yourself. A lot of people can't do it, but it's that other person not having sex.
Right, that's the thing.
That's what you got to think about. That's why I don't put shit past nobody anymore.
Look,
That's so true.
for me, if we ain't having sex, I look at it as we in the friend zone. If I'm in the friend zone, so
I mean,
He's married. He's married.
I'm married now, but back then, if we weren't messing around, I looked at it like shit. I'm a friend zone. You put me in the friend zone. I don't need that many friends.
Bud said it's all about the conversation.
Yeah, that's true
I'm
too.
saying, but how long does that last before?
I mean, that's between y'all two, what y'all decide.
But
Y'all
that's
feel like y'all ready, then
That's true. I don't know. My
Take that
attention
leap.
ain't that great. Because once I like somebody, I'm focused on them. Like I can't put that same energy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Get down to that. That one person you may focus on that you like, that's who you gonna stick with.
Gravitate to. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But what happened to the other people you multiple dating though?
They gotta go because you feeling that one particular person. The other one's gotta go.
But
Yeah.
Or them like playing B's and C's. Like you got your plan. But you got to plan B and C just
What was
in case.
that
Like
TV
a black
show
book?
Next?
Read the book.
Remember the TV show on MTV Next?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I heard it. Sound like doing something.
There you go.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go that way, baby.
That is
That's-
crazy.
It's definitely different out here.
Yeah, you do have to have conversation is key, communication is key, period.
Yeah, communication.
man, the questions is key.
Drake said conversation, understanding, respect, and compromise. Agreed. That's important.
Yeah.
So, folks that been married or that are married understand. Some don't.
Some don't.
Just out here dating and dating and dating and dating. You can't tell me shit. Cause guess what? You just been serial dating around. You don't even know what you want.
What if you do know what you want? You just haven't encountered it yet.
But you dating. I mean, you don't know.
Wait, found it yet?
That's true.
That's true. That's so true. That's true. You gotta find somebody.
You gotta make people.
Okay, so what happens? Okay, Renata, you and him kicking it, y'all pace. And what if something happens to where he may not be ready for what you may be ready for? Are you gonna be open to date to actually?
She
get out
said
there?
she ain't really ready.
I'm saying when she becomes, she gonna become ready eventually.
What's the question? Am I gonna be willing to ready to date anybody else?
Let's say the situation doesn't work. You see with the person you're dealing with now.
Mhm.
Open enough to go out there and actually date to meet someone.
I think so. I mean, but then it's like, if we have that conversation and he say, like, this just not what I want to do. First of all, I don't have a choice. Like, I'm not finna press or, like, I respect your decision and I'm gonna move on. But
Right.
if it just feel like, if I feel like something is shifting, I don't want him to just feel like because of what he's going through, like I'm just leaving him high and dry because something not going my way. If I feel it's still a vibe, what I'm saying? But if he tell me like, this ain't what I want, then
it is what it is.
right.
Okay.
And I mean, I think we can still be cool. Like, what I'm saying? Like, I ain't mad at you. I won't be mad at you for your decision because we all entitled to our own. If I ain't it, that's fine. But then it's like, and if you figure out I'm not it, tell me.
Exactly.
Don't bullshit me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking one thing, tell me. I'm not gonna be mad. It's not the end of the world. Like,
exactly.
Tell me.
Life goes on.
It does.
And that's what I'm saying. You that's what's so cool about you is you willing to, like, you want honesty. And some people ain't gonna be honest with you. And that's where Ebony was saying, like, basically, what if he ain't really honest with you? What was you doing? You saying you cool with that. And that's all you can do is be cool with it. Like, look, man, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Right. Because there's a lot of people, they like to try to keep you around for what's convenient for them or for when they ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do me. Don't do me. Just tell me what it is. And I done gave them out. If this ain't what you want, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me, just let me know. Cause I talk. Like, I can't hold stuff in. If it's something on me, I gotta say it.
That's me. I'm a communicator.
Yeah. Like I can't.
I understand that when you be like, just be honest with me, but
Yeah.
a lot of them not gonna be honest because it's a comfort. So you have to figure out for yourself when you have had enough, because they're not going to tell you a lot of the time.
Right.
We can all say we will, but if people can love you and not be ready. He's not going to come out and say, yeah, I don't want this, but he's draining the life out of you. You
Right.
have to make that decision because they not going to make it for you.
Somebody
That's
said,
true.
Tanisha said, I don't understand how people find time for sex, but don't find time to effectively get to know somebody.
that part.
Man, look, let me tell
Can't
you
control
something.
that. That's
Don't be in leggings and then want to talk. Niggas ain't gonna want to talk.
Oh my God, Lord
I'm just giving you the real. Look, I'm giving y'all mostly what man be thinking.
That's
They don't
what
wanna
you be
hear it.
Hey,
thinking.
did you say
you come
don't
over-
be in
you come over here-
leggings and
look,
don't
no,
want
you
to
come over here.
Yeah,
You come over here.
Like
Look, you come over here with a halter top, some leggings, and some Uggs, and you tomorrow. Let's talk. For what?
You can have on a jogging suit and they still gonna be on the same shit. It don't matter
Oh,
what we got
God. What
on.
we gonna talk about?
that's
I
all
get to know
about
you. I can lay up on a pillow and get to know you.
right. That's all about knowing yourself. Where you got discipline, you controlling it, and knowing your worth. That'll keep
Right.
a motherfucker off of you trying to have sex all the damn time.
I,
I don't get people.
I think I'm being misunderstood because Homer said, I guess to me, do I explain to guys what my attention is? I'm confused.
Do you explain what your attentions is with the guys with dating them?
With all three guys.
All
What
three
you
of
mean
them.
by intentions is as far as one relationship or what?
Yeah, like where you
Yeah.
standing
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah. I ain't just out here just like just dating different guys, just going up. No, out the dinner.
How many you dating right now?
Yeah, how many you dating right now?
Y'all
Just
ask
one?
me, y'all trying to make it like I'm lying, get me caught up. I'm gonna be like,
No, I'm asking you how many guys you date. So
One.
you dating
I
one,
got a
so-
question. So conversing with the opposite sex, do that mean you dating because y'all? I mean, because you can have friends of the opposite sex, and because y'all talk, that don't mean y'all dating.
That's correct. You did. They just friends.
So like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just confused.
Nah, to me, if we just talking, we went out and date, and if we had sex, we dated.
Right, but if you not having sex with them,
Why is
If we're
sex-
not having sex, you an acquaintance.
she said just friends and talking. Why you keep on bringing up sex, Les?
I think we owe enough to know the difference between just talking to a good friend on the phone that we not in a like the conversation is different when you're interested in somebody.
Kissing. Kissing a part of dating. So if you can be dating and kissing and not
in
having
COVID.
sex. People doing
I
it.
ain't kissing you during COVID. I'm married though, so don't pay me no mind.
And it depends on how long you knew the person too. How did y'all become friends? How did the friendship start? If that makes sense, Renata.
it does.
Yeah. So Rick is kissing.
I'm definitely grown enough to know the difference, between talking to a good friend and dating somebody. But and just because you know the difference, that don't mean that they know. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, the person you're talking to can have different interests than you, just because they have, like you need to clarify what the relationship is.
Yeah. So you got to talk and be friends first. And
I'm like, but yeah, if you're talking on the phone, the conversation is gonna go away when we know this is just time passing by or we're interested in each other. I think
you can not be interested and he can be interested. You know what I'm saying?
People catch feelings.
You may not even look at him that way, but he could be feeling you the whole time. Just because he hasn't came on you that way doesn't mean that he's not. You know what I'm saying? And people think different and weird. Like he might think it's more than what it is, regardless of how you feeling. If y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all haven't really talked about it, he got his own perception of what's going on.
I've dealt with that before. You got a person you think y'all just cool, but they may feel.
Or they think, oh, you just bullshitting, or you you scared, and no, it ain't. I'm scared. That's not
how I feel.
That's not what it is.
Yeah.
Well, safe to say in closing that you're gonna do whatever you want to do and feel comfortable with what you're doing.
Right.
And like for Greg, like he said, he's dating one person right now since he's been divorced, which makes him comfortable. And for Renata, she says she's dating one person right now, which makes her feel comfortable. So it's to each his own. We are kind of like have established like we have to do what's best for us. And
Right.
like ain't nothing wrong if you don't want to get married after being divorced, the first time. It's like a conversation we all have because some people will lie and say that's what they want and then end up not happening. So we have to, do what's best for us. And Renata and Greg came on and gave some great insight. Tanisha gave great insight. Drake gave a great insight. So I appreciate everybody coming on and just giving their insight. What we try to strive for is just getting everybody opinions because everybody's opinions are different and their views are different. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe you might be on Black Convos one day and you see something that might have the same views as you, and you might be interested in that person just based off views. We don't know. But like I do appreciate both of y'all coming on and talking to us about it.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And like and
I-
Renata, you're not doing nothing wrong. Like to be honest, you're not doing nothing wrong. You're doing what you want to do. It's for that person to meet you halfway.
Absolutely.
Yep, I agree. I totally
Right. I agree with that.
Okay. Thank y'all.
we appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
You.
Thank you, Greg.
Oh yeah, anytime. Anytime.
So we're gonna do some final thoughts and then we're gonna have to wrap this up, guys. We have hit 8:00.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
Look, man, my final thoughts is it's not really about this topic. It's about I want to go back to the crime and kill Patrick thing. With black man, we got to stop thinking the notion of helping somebody or giving a man a compliment or supporting another black man is dick sucking. We have to learn how to love one another and just be cool and support another because no one else is really going to do it but our black women. And every time we sit up here and say, oh, I support this brother, so like, oh man, you dick sucking. Nah, it's like shit, I'm grown enough and man enough and masculine enough to support this man. Or if I support somebody who business banging or if they got a t-shirt company or something like that, we have to be strong brothers where we, pat each other on the back. Ain't nothing wrong with patting each other on the back. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it becomes from just hate. You can't be a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing in this world is if me and all my friends doing good, I'm gonna support my friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nothing wrong with supporting each other. I get more support from the sisters more than most black men. And that's the crazy part about it because we all look alike. You know what I'm saying? If one of your black brothers selling a $10 t-shirt and you go over there and buy a $40 polo t-shirt, but your man's t-shirt line is out, that's called hating. Because you don't spend $30 more because you don't want to see him succeed. So at the end of the day, man, we got to cut the notion out that supporting a black man or, oh man, his clothes sweet or, he doing this thing. That's not dick sucking. That's just me being supportive. So that was my final thoughts for the night.
Absolutely. I agree with that. As far as the whole dating, finding somebody you dating and they don't want to be married, the whole part is to just be honest about it.
Right.
And then again, like I said before, don't give them too much time to make you wait around. Like you kind of know where somebody's intentions are by their conversation, even if they don't tell you outright, because a lot of times they're not going to be honest just for your comfort. So you just got to know when is enough for you. And yeah, I mean, to each his own. If it's online dating, if it's you don't want to get married, you just kicking it, whatever makes you happy, do that shit.
Yep.
So
right, do you enjoy it?
that's right.
Date multiple, date one, just do what makes
Whatever
you
works.
As long as you're doing it safely too.
Right.
And shout out to Drake though, man. Drake like really be having me thinking a lot about a lot of stuff, man.
He do. He be deep. He be deep. Okay, I gotta get shout out.
Yes, ma'am.
Rennie does nails. You need to like post your page. She does nails. I
Yeah,
think she does
you can
nails.
Okay, I'm gonna add
tag
you.
yourself in the comments.
Yeah, put your stuff in the comments.
Yeah, put
Okay.
your stuff in the comments, Rainy. So I'm gonna show my wife too.
She does
Okay.
eyebrows. She does eyebrows as well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show my wife. So comment, tag your name or
Yeah,
your
tag in the
page.
comments.
Pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. I will. Thank you, Ebony.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming up.
Thanks for
Miss
coming up,
you.
Rena.
Yeah, this was nice.
You.
Oh, every Sunday, Rena at 6.
I'll be checking y'all out. I'll be on here.
Okay.
We gotta link up soon. Miss you.
Yes, I
Thank
miss
you.
you too.
All right, come on.
All right.
Have a drink.
Right.
All right. I think that is it, you guys.
Thank you, Tanisha, April,
Drink, April, all y'all.
Drake, everybody who joined in, Homer, Naisha.
Mario.
Thank you all. Earl.
We appreciate
Thanks for showing
y'all.
We
us
appreciate
love.
all y'all.
Again, we trying to get 1,000 more followers by the end of February. So share our page. That's the way you can support us. If you have any businesses, just let us know. DM the page. You know, we like to authorize our promo, but we're not a tag yourself in the comments. You came up here and clicked it. Do that part. Anybody else, just DM the page. If you got any ideas, you got any stories you want to tell, just DM the page or message us. So we out every Sunday, 6 p.m.
Thank y'all. Good
Thank
night.
y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.